So we're talking about a man who loves his country deeply, deeply, I assure you. And it shows in his work, right? It shows. He brought characters from each part of Egypt to the stage. He brought characters from the streets of Cairo, from the streets of Alexandria, from the streets of Luxor to the stage. And he dressed them in a very sophisticated, very beautiful, very poetic way. Again, this is an homage to Egyptian culture, okay? They're also bringing the feminine, the most delicate feminine features back to the table, which is something, again, that has been lost. I believe it has been lost a lot from Egyptian dance, unfortunately. And the dancers who have studied with more recent dancers do not know this, but I still learn from Nango Fouad. You know, I had the contact with this old generation, Souherzaki. I studied with Souherzaki. And when I remember the references of those great Oriental dancers, and this is, of course, my perspective, all right? This is valid for what it is. It's my perspective, all right? This is not a fact. There's a lot of things I teach that are facts, and there are a lot of things that I teach which are my perspective. This is one of them. So the great Oriental dancers, Souherzaki, Nagua Fouad, Alza Sharif, Mona Said, the big ones, Fifi Abdu, the big ones, they had this kind of femininity, non-aggressive, not masculine, not competitive, not in a rush, not what I call the Karate Kid kind of kicks and steps, which is very outside of the soul of Rax Sharkey, which is feminine. Remember this, the soul of Rax Sharkey, Reda Style or not Reda Style, it's feminine. It's feminine. And what does the feminine mean? Outside or aside from many other things, the feminine means fluidity, it means softness, it means the power in the delicate. It's almost like a flower. You know, imagine this flower, beautiful flower. Is it fragile? Yeah. Is it powerful? Yes. Because it's beautiful, because it's resilient, because it's flexible, because it flows with the wind and with the sun, because it opens and it closes during the day, during the night. Imagine a flower and take the flower as an example of what the feminine may mean in the context of Egyptian dance. And the proposal here is to bring it back, right? Bring it back to our dance and also bring it back to our life. All right, this is one of the things we can earn from Egyptian dance, is that we learn how to become a little bit more feminine in our dance. That means we will bring it to our life. We will become a little bit more fluid in our lives. We're gonna become a little bit more adaptable, softer, more vulnerable, more receptive in our lives, right? This is one of the ways Egyptian dance can help us change and improve and become a little bit more evolved, right, as human beings. So think about this, the feminine of the Reda style and the feminine of Egyptian dance. What does it mean to be feminine? What does it mean? How does that look like? How does that feel like? Even more important than looking like. How does that feel like? To develop your own character, to learn from your teachers, but to become yourself in the process. This was one of the things that united me the most to Mahmoud, because he is a very sharp individual. He's not a copy of anyone, and obviously he appreciated dancers who could do the same. So you will find a lot of teachers who will copy Reda style exactly as they do in Reda troupe. I respect that, but that's not me. And because I'm an artist, I'm not a copy machine. And what I do is I teach you the basics of the Reda style, just as I have learned from Mahmoud Reda, but what I'm inviting you to do is to create your own stuff with this basis. It's to find your own way of using this material, instead of just copying me or copying Mahmoud Reda. That's not what I stand for, okay? and that would never be something my school would stand for. So you're always invited to use this vocabulary, these phrases, this choreography, this wisdom, all the information I shared in the course in your own way. Make it yours. Make it yours. And one of the ways of doing that is exactly the exercise I just showed you. So important for your dance, so important for your life. We are not here to be copies of others. We're here to learn from others as well. But in the end, we're here to be ourselves, right? So I use what I learned from Mahmoud to create my own art, to create my own dance, to be myself, to do my life, and not to be a copy of. He would not want that, actually. All right? So